Hey guys, Aiphares here and welcome to another round of World of Warships. We are playing with the carrier, the Hosho to be exact. This is a tier 4 ship of the Japanese side and I'm showing you my thought process on what I'm doing here. So on this map you can see I already have my fighters going to the central lane around B. I'm ordering my 4th group torpedo towards the south, like C something, and here you see the 3rd one to go a little bit above. I thought I will try the enemy carrier first, so I'm trying to go the right with a 4th group and to the left with a 3rd group and kind of get to the enemy carrier before he gets to me, because taking this guy out will be very important because he has the torpedoes to kill me quickly, because there's little chance that the other ships are going to get me within the next minute or so. And I'm trying to use the fighters to keep the enemy torpedoes on the bottom right there from going towards me. So on the bottom right we see we have two torpedo ships guided by one fighter. So I try to steer my fighter towards them, but not go in blindly because the fighter would deal with me really fast. There I saw my opportunity. I tried to use the little gap between Milkman and the Shocker to guide my torpedo guys through. On the left I see Lofor going for my torpedoes as well, and I try to dodge them a little bit because those cruisers have really long range with their AA guns, and I don't really want to lose any torpedoes before I reach my target. So there you see my fighter is already in combat. I already lost 2 planes, but the attack with the torpedoes has been thwarted, so that's okay for me. And the fighters are almost dead. I tried to get them to go away, but I don't think they survived that, if I remember right. I pre-recorded this and I'm now talking over it. And there I found the enemy carrier to the left. Yes, this one. And I decided I take the 4th from the right and the left group, the 3rd group from the left, so I can get a good shot at him. And there's the 4th group going in. Going close, but not too close, because the torpedoes still have some time to arm. And I don't want that to be too bad. And there is it. 2 hits and caused flooding. Flooding causes a lot of damage. And there I send in my 3rd group. A little bit of correction so that as many as possible hit. And there it goes, directly sending it home, and 2 hits. And it's down and also caused flooding, so this guy is pretty much dead. Now I try to steer the 4th and the 3rd group away from that cruiser, from the Noob 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Interesting name, because it's bad to lose any planes. And now I try to get the fighters back up and back into the game to have my ships be safe from all the torpedoes, because torpedoes really deal a lot of damage, especially towards cruisers, battleships too, but cruisers can be dead within 2 or 3 torpedoes depending on the ship and of course the tier. This is rather lower tier, around 3, 4, 5 depending on the battle. Alright, now I need my torpedo guys to refill. This always takes a little bit of time because as the carrier I try to stay behind around the top or generally around the edge of the map, because I don't want the enemy ships to get to me, because as soon as they are within range, like 11 kilometers or a little bit less if you are with a cruiser, I'm pretty much dead because I can't outrun them. I'm really slow. Alright, so I'm going in with my fighters, try to keep our ships safe, but in generally the fighter is now kind of useless because the enemy carrier is dead and there's no way to control those planes anymore. So I don't really need the fighters anymore, but I keep them in front of the battle line anyway. So what I'm doing now is mainly torpedo work. Try to get some badges. One shot down. All in all, we already shot down 3 planes. Gives us some more HP, experience and money, of course, that too. Now I already send my planes towards the left. I see 2 battleships there. One is almost dead, the other one kind of half HP. That's okay, maybe I can get it down. All in all, the battle looks okay for us. We have lost a little bit more ships than the other ones, but we control all 3 points, so we got that going. The 2 ships on the top left are pretty much dead because they went too far away from their group. The bulk of the enemies are in the bottom there. We have like 2 destroyers down there, 2 or 3 cruisers and 2 battleships, so at the bottom is where the fun is at. And there are those 2 ships gone, one of ours and one of theirs. A nice draw. And there's my 4th plane coming, the group 4. Trying to get a nice shot. But the enemy Wyoming is already seeing me and trying to turn towards me, so I can't get a nice angle off for the torpedoes. That's pretty much the best tactic that you can have as a battleship, because those ships are really slow and you need to move towards the planes, kind of, that you don't get a really good angle, and just have as much time as possible to dodge those torpedoes and to dodge those planes and have enough time to shoot some planes down to minimize the effect that the torpedoes have on you, because one way or another you will probably eat 1 or 2 torpedoes, but as a battleship that's okay. You can eat like 6 or 7 torpedoes without going down. And there is my number 3, trying to get some more kills, but I would have at least 3 hits to kill that ship, so this is gonna be really hard. Trying to get a nice angle on him, and let's hope for the best. Yeah, and there he's trying to move. And look at that, this is so close. This was a really perfect dodge from the Wyoming there. And we can see on the bottom there, the destroyers have been destroyed, ironically, but one is somewhere there hiding. There we can see it around H9 is this, Cold Tram. Trying to get to L&R Baker. If we look closely we can even see fire from this map, which is nice. It's not just a normal map, it's really a 3D map zoomed out so we can see everything. And there we see another fighter, and since I still have my fighters out, I send them towards it directly. All in all, this doesn't look too good. I'm alive, that's good. We have 1 battleship and 2 cruisers. Okay, correct that. Our ship down there is dead. So we have 1 battleship, 1 cruiser and 1 carrier, being me, versus 1 cruiser, 3 battleships and 1 destroyer. But the good thing is we are gaining in points. Alright, group 4 is reloaded. Group 3 is just landing to get more torpedoes going for the enemies. In general, I have to say the aircraft carrier, it's really different to play. Like, different from the cruisers, from the battleships. I say behind the carriers, the destroyers are probably most fun to play because they are just fast and action. Pure action. There I see the destroyer, I found him and I try to avoid it because if I go over it I might get shot down. At least one plane, and that's just one torpedo less. I don't really want to afford that. Let's zoom in to see the HP, and that one cruiser has very little. And let's see if we can get a good shot. Line them up. And this is gonna hit the South Carolina. There you go. One nice hit, and flooding again. If you get the flooding going, this is a lot of damage over time. Unless he's able to repair it. That's always the chance, because the time is already around 11 minutes in, so there's always a chance that that cooldown is already off and he can do it again. And seeing that this ship isn't getting any more damage off, I guess he used repair. And now I see the Phoenix only has 5000 HP left, so it's one single torpedo hit and this guy is dead. So I try to go for it. With the cruiser, they are really fast, so you need to aim a lot forward like this, and astonishing hit. I love it. Caused flooding, yeah, more than that, it's destroyed. Defended the base. And for now, I think we kind of have already won this. There's one destroyer on the top. One battleship. I always confuse these names, I don't know why. And Group 4 is up again.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
So yeah, playing with a aircraft carrier, sorry, is it's fun. It's completely different because it plays more like an RTS, and at times if you really have those three groups of planes, those squads in a battle, and you try to micromanage every single one and try to not lose any planes, then this can get quite hectic, but I love it. I think I would be better if I actually liked or played actively in RTSs like StarCraft or Command & Conquer and stuff, but to be honest, I always sucked at those. So yeah, I definitely already still have to learn some things in this game, and maybe in the future I will make more videos in where I show what I have learned, what I have done, and maybe you guys can learn some stuff too, or put in the comments if you have any tips for me. Like if you see flaws that I make, any mistakes, feel free to point them out to me, because I want to learn how to be good at it and how to be a better player at World of Warships, because this game is actually quite fun. I like it. And their Group 4 is going for the South Carolina, try to get this one hit. Yeah, and this was a little bit poorly aimed. The battleship is way too slow for my torpedoes, so this wasn't really worth it. But they form a nice line in the water, anyway. And this is it, 1000 points for our team. victory. We have won. I got 1000 experience and almost 90,000 gold coins something. I don't know the currency in this game actually. But all currencies aside, I have one last tip for you guys to round this video up. And that is, I would say it's an advanced tactic. You just take both of your torpedo bombers and you kind of create a grid. One diagonally from the right, one diagonally from the left, and if you pull off the shot perfectly, then you can guarantee a torpedo hit, at least one, probably more. And with any luck, the whole thing will look like this, and you are several points and experience and a win closer to getting your new ship or whatever you're saving on. So yeah, thank you for watching this video and see you next time. Bye bye.